Hello everyone and welcome to another vlog. So it's Monday, it's late, and I just wanted to talk because I have finished 2 books, so we're doing really well, but both of those are not on my TBR, so. But yeah, both of these are for Bookish Jeopardy. So the first one, yeah, if you don't know what it's about, you basically have categories and then you have kind of these numbers that are like the difficulty, and you just pick one and then you get a book prompt that you have to fulfill. So the first one I took was Tropes for 1,000, and I got Space Pirates. So I read a book called Revenger, and it's about these two girls who leave for space, and basically things happen in there, and it's Space Pirates in here. So I give it 3 stars. It was okay. I started it on Sunday, finished it today, but the first like half of it was pretty boring, and then it got a little more exciting at the like second half. So 3 stars, okay. And then I chose Tropes for 600, and I got Kidnapping, which is a really strange prompt, but I found one that I actually had on my TBR, so I picked Stolen, and it is about a 16-year-old girl, and she is kidnapped from an airport and taken into like the outer banks of, like in the middle of nowhere in Australia. And basically the kidnapper is named Ty, and he has been stalking her for years, since she was 10. And yeah, basically she tries to run away multiple times, and then things happen. So yeah, that is what I have been reading. Now I have picked Tropes for 500. So I don't know what I will get. What I do know is that I will be getting it at tomorrow at 6. So, at least if she sees what I have written down, I will get it at 6. So, that is kind of it. Yeah. I am super curious. I do know that one of the prompts on there are forced proximity. Yeah, and I don't know what I'm going to pick if I get that. It might be the one that I have picked now. What I am going to choose for that, I don't know. Hopefully I can pick something short, but I don't know, to be completely honest. I really hope that I can have like a physical book for that, because I want some physical books as well, and not only audiobooks, because I get a headache. But I'm going to bed. I will update later tomorrow and see. So it's Tuesday, and yesterday I totally forgot to pick out the pieces for the 2 books I have finished. So let's pick out a piece first for Revenger, a blue one, and then for Stolen, because neither of those were on my TBR, a yellow. So after I finished Stolen, I took Tropes for 500, I think it was, and the prompt was forced proximity, right? I think that's a word. And I was looking like, what can I pick from my TBR? What do I have on my TBR? And I got a list on things that could fit, and this was on there. The World of Winnipeg and Me. And when I'm thinking about it, yeah, it has this trope. So, The Wolf, Winnie Pig and Me is about Vanessa, and she is a personal assistant to a football player called Aiden, or is called the Wall of Winnipeg. And basically, she quits, and then a few weeks later, he basically comes crawling back and he's asking for something unthinkable. So, I'm already 300 pages into this book. I am halfway through this book, and this is a reread and I'm loving it. I love this book. I think this is definitely so far my favorite Mariana Zapata book. And yeah, I have never been a fan of watching like football, soccer, anything that has with sports, but even though this is it has sports in it, it's not like about this sport, at least not this book. But yeah, I am loving this book, and I mean the clock is almost 4 actually. I've been sitting like from 11, I think, only reading this. It takes some time, you know, it's almost 700 pages. It's 600 and almost 70 pages, 65? Yeah, 665 pages, so it is a long book. It's a slow burn, but it has a twist. So, yeah, I am loving it, and you know, they are they are living in the same house, and you know, they are not the best of friends in the beginning. It's a slow burn, so it takes some time. 300 pages in, and all they do is basically fight. So, I'm going back to reading, and I'm like almost halfway through. I need to get to like 330, I would say. So I am now on chapter 16, so I need to read this chapter, and then I am halfway through. So this is basically all I do. I mean, we have 3 days in, and this is my 3rd book, so yeah, and I have to say, I'm really enjoying just laying in bed. You can see that I'm laying in bed reading, just because I feel like that is more comfortable, not sitting here and just, sit around. So, yeah, I'm going back to reading this, and I have to see how far I'm getting today. I'm going to read as much as I can in this. And then I think at 6 I'm just going to stop and read the next, read the thing that is left tomorrow. So I can get a new prompt for me it's at 6, basically. Like 6 in the morning and 6 in the afternoon. So yeah. It will definitely be, 6 in the afternoon, so yeah. If I get quite far and, if I finish this, I might start with something else. I don't know. It really depends, and, I have a lot of books. So yeah, we are like 6 minutes in, so I'm going to go. So, it's Wednesday. And I stayed up late yesterday. So, I had Tropes of 500, which was Forced Proximity. And I, of course, read The Wolf, Winnipeg and Me. I finished this entire book yesterday. All 500 and something pages in it. Now 600. My copy is 600. And some pages. Finished it. Really loved it. 5 stars. This is a reread. I think I have to say this is my favorite book of all time. it's this one. My favorite Mariana Zapata book. I just fell in love with this book all over again, and I totally get why this one was at the top last year on my favorite books that I read, because I just fell in love with this again. So yeah, first proximity, really liked it. I think I explained what this was about. So it's really slow burn. Mariana Zapata is like the queen of slow burn, so it's definitely not something you read if you want a like quick and really like a romance heavy book. They are like they are romances. You definitely see that they like each other, but it takes like 100 years until you get anything. So The Wall of Winnipeg and Me was a yellow piece, and that is a place in the title because Winnipeg is, I think, it's a city in Canada. So yeah. So since I finished that yesterday, I decided to go with tropes for 300, and I got Friends to Lovers. So I just had to look at what do I have on my TBR, if anything fits, and it did. So I am now reading People We Meet on Vacation. So this is about two friends. Basically, they met like 12 years ago, and then they became friends, and they, 1 week every single year, they went on a vacation together. And basically something happened, and now they haven't spoken for 2 years. But then this girl, she decides that maybe I can get him to go on one last vacation and see how it goes. So, Friends to Lovers, I can't wait to see how I like this. So we are on day 4 of this month, and I am on my 4th book. Will I finish People We Meet on Vacation today? I don't know. It is like 300 and something pages, so if I can finish this in a day, then I should be able to, finish People We Meet on Vacation. So hopefully that is it. I guess we will have to see. It says that it will take 6 hours to read this book, and I mean, that should be doable. So, well, if you can see it here, excuse me, I have some oil in it. I'm going to shower tomorrow, so I have a really dry scalp, so I just need something for it. But I forgot yesterday to say that People We Meet on Vacation is yellow. And then I picked another prompt, and I picked tropes for 200, and I got good versus evil. And I did not feel like reading Harry Potter. And yeah, so I chose The Demon King. And yeah, I have like 100 pages left. So it's a really quick read. I don't know how I'm feeling. Like 3.5, 4 stars. It really depends on how the last 100 pages is going, if I will rate it a 3 or a 4 stars. So yeah, it's really quickly read. So it's basically you're following these 2-3-ish perspectives. Basically you're following, I think his name is Han. And basically he is this guy, and he used to be this gang member, I almost said, but he quit. And then now up in the mountains, he and his friend get into some trouble, and now he has this, I almost said, amulet that is apparently belonging to the Demon King. And then we also have the princess, and yeah, she is trying to help people, things like that. And then she's also, we also have Micah, and he is a wizard, and I don't know, he just don't seem, he seemed bad. I mean, it's good versus evil, so I mean, there has to be a good and a bad guy, right? So 100 pages left. So far, liking it. Hopefully everything will be alright. So yeah, I also edited a video today. I don't think I will be able to do another one, but one is perfectly fine. And then rather tomorrow or on Saturday, I need to edit my July favorites. So I don't know what I'm going to pick next for my Bookish Jeopardy. We are on 5th. I think we're on 5th, and this round 1 is until the 14th. So we are doing really well with this. And then round 2 starts. That is like 9 days. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I will get some reading done. I will finish the Demon King, and then who knows what I am doing afterwards. So it's Saturday, and I have not updated since I said I was reading the Demon King. I did finish that, and I gave it 4 stars. Really enjoyed it. Wasn't like my favorite thing, but overall the ending was really interesting, and it's definitely something I want to continue on with. But we need to pick out a piece for that. Okay, so a yellow one. And then I decided on going with Superstar of the Story at 800. That was a book told from alternating POVs. So I picked Inked in Lies. In this one, we are both getting the point of view from Lila and Nova. And in this one, this is the 2 main characters that we are following. It's their story. So this is the 5th book in the Fallen Men series, and basically Lila and Nova, they basically met when Lila was 5 and he was like 17. So it's a really big age gap, and nothing happens until she is like 24. And yeah, basically his family adopted Lila and her brother, and basically, yeah, she has always had a crush on Nova. So yeah, and basically Nova he's called Casanova because he flirts with everyone. And you know, Lila's always had a crush on him, but basically he crushed her heart, and yeah, now we basically have to live with the consequences. And then he figures out that he also likes her. So really loved this. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I really loved it. I can't wait to continue on with this series. Not that you have to read them like in order or anything. I like reading it in order just because you get like a perspective of things. So I loved this, and it was a lot of different things that happened in this, and yeah, I can't wait to continue on with Dead Man Walking. That won't be right now though. But Inked in Lies was published in Birth Month. So this is published in July. So I was so happy when that was. So it's a yellow piece. And yeah, loved it. So the next thing that I picked was Superstar of the Story on 600. And I don't remember it like 100%, but it was something with a disability in it, and I have not decided anything like at all. But it's still early. I am still choosing, you know. I am on rather the Bright Test, A State of Grace, or what is it, the Rosie Project or something. But overall, I have no idea what I even want to choose. So I'll talk more what the book I'm picking, but also what the prompt was for this. So overall, I read so many books. I hope to actually finish another one today. You know, that would be crazy, but I would really like to do that. So yeah, I am going to go drink some coffee, eat some breakfast, and then I'm going to start reading, see if I can find out what I want to read. So I can update. The prompt was main character has a developmental disability, and let's just say I scoured the internet on what this meant, because as a Norwegian I had no idea. I have never heard this word before, so I was like, I have no idea what this meant. So I needed to find out what it meant, and I figured it out. And now I am reading The State of Grace. I have read this before, as of the tabs, and I'm rereading it now. Basically, Grace, she has Asperger's, and that is one of the things that is on that list. And also her, should we call it love interest? Let's call it that. It's not like a romance, but she has a love interest, you know, like crush, and he has ADHD. So yeah, I am 200 pages into this book. I have like 75 pages left. It's not that long of a book. I don't know if this will be a 5-star this time around, but I still really like it. I cannot say anything about the disability rap because I myself don't have Asperger's. I do know a few people that has Asperger's, but I cannot say how the representation is just because I have never been in a head as someone with Asperger's or anything like that. So I would definitely say check out like reviews from like own voices, like people who actually has Asperger's, because I cannot say anything about that rap. But basically, I never told what this book was about. It's about Grace, and she has Asperger's, and you know, she has her own way of looking at life, you know. And basically, she has a best friend, and she has a horse. I love the horse. And basically, everything goes fine. Then she kisses Gabe, and basically things go wrong at home. and everything is starting to fall apart. And I don't know if everyone feels like this, but I do know that some people with Asperger's is struggling with change, and Grace is definitely struggling with changes that is happening in her life. And basically, she needs to fix these things on her own. So yeah, that is kind of what this book is about. I have 70 pages left, so we should be okay. I mean, the clock is 1, so maybe at 2 I will be done with this book. Then I have like a few hours until I get my next prompt, and that is really crazy. That I have finished the book yet again. So don't know what I am going to get next time. I think I'm going to basically stay on the superstar path I almost said, like so we can get those done. So I helped doing like I did 5 tropes, and now I have taken 2 superstars. So basically, superstar of the story means it can be like I did get alternating POVs, and then I have like main characters. So it's basically about like main characters, like do they have a disability, or the name of it. So it's basically about the main characters. So I just finished The State of Grace, and I'm going to give it 4 stars. I don't like it as much as the last time, but that is because I have read, I have gotten up to more adult books, and then, reading YA is not like as good anymore. But what I will say, what I do love about this is that you have no like epilogue, you have no like, you don't know how it ends, and that is one thing I really like when books do that, just because I mean, she's 16, you don't know what is going to happen, and I like it that maybe Grace and Gabe is together for a while. If they end up like together at the end, we don't know. And that is something I really enjoy with especially YA books, because they are usually really young, and just usually they might not end up together. So yeah, I really like that you don't know. But we are going to pick out a piece for that. So let's see, it is a red. Okay, so I think I'm going for the next superstar. It might be superstar for 500, 5 or 400. So that will be in a lot of hours. It's 1:30. So yeah, it's still a while, but I'm going to take a break, and then we will have to see what I do get next on. Okay, so it's actually Monday. I should have updated yesterday because I did finish a book. So basically, for Superstar 500, I got a main character has a career you always wanted to have, and I decided on Beach Read because the main character is a writer. This is about this woman, I have to say, and she is a writer, and basically she is in a writing slump because of something has happened in her life, and basically it's difficult to write a romance novel when you don't believe in love yourself anymore. And basically she lives in this, or she is going to spend like her summer in her father's beach house, and the next door neighbor is her rival Gus, and he's also a writer. So that is kind of that, and basically they decided to switch genres for the summer. So I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. This is my second Emily Henry book in like a week or something, because I did a Emily Henry book for Friends to Lovers as well. So 4 stars to be treated as well. Really liked it. And yeah, basically I decided to pick the double your TBR prompt to get this one off here. So Beach Read became a red one. Really great to have a few of these so I can get them like off. But yeah. And then I picked Superstar of the Story for 300. But what that book is, I will tell you in next week's vlog, which I will start now, basically. But you won't see it until next week. So, and yeah, now you can actually see the board, at least a little of it. So it's going all right, but we still have, you see, we have a lot of space here. So I don't know if I will fill up this board, basically. But yeah, I doubt it, because it's so much space left, and it's, I mean, I read a lot, but I'm not reading that much. But we will have to see. So that was it for this video. I hope you liked it, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye!